In this lesson, we're going to look at how to calculate a side on a triangle where we don't know what ratio to use, whether to use sine, cos or tan. Up until these lessons you've been told which to use, but we have to decide now. So to do that we have to try to find some way to memorise the formulas. And we've kind of been looking at this throughout the lessons, this idea of saw and then ka and then toa to remember the formulas, and you can put these together to form a big long word, and it's Sohcahtoa at the title here. So as long as you can remember to spell this, then you can use it to remember all the ratios. For example, saw is sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. Ka is cos is adjacent divided by hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. So the S, C and T are the ratios, and the O, H and A are the sides. So these are the only letters you're going to use: O, A and H and S, C and T. Right, okay, let's look at an example where we've got a triangle in front of us and we're asked to find one of the sides and we don't know what to do. We don't know whether to use sine, cos or tan. So the first thing you should do here is you should draw the triangle out and label it as normal. So the triangle is drawn here. We find the hypotenuse side diagonally opposite the right angle. In this case it's down here. The opposite side is diagonally opposite the angle. So here's your angle here. So diagonally opposite is your opposite side. And then you've got an adjacent side here. Now the new part to this lesson is to actually write Sohcahtoa out. Starting with the S and then the C and then the T. So Sohcahtoa. Now, what we do here is we look at the triangle and we look at the information that we've been given or that we're trying to find. On the triangle here, you will notice there's nothing next to the hypotenuse. So we're not interested in any ratio that involves the hypotenuse. However, next to the adjacent, you can see an 18 here. So what we do is we go to all the adjacent parts of Sohcahtoa and give them a wee tick. So I've got a wee tick up here. So the adjacent side has a number next to it, so we'll put a tick above the A. And there's also another A which is at the end here. Okay, the other thing that we will notice is that we're trying to work out the opposite side. We have an X next to the opposite. So that's what we're trying to work out. We're trying to work out the opposite side here. I'll just move that up to adjacent. So we put a tick next to the O's up in Sohcahtoa. So we see an O here, and we also see an O right at the end. Now the ratio that you're going to use will have two ticks next to it, and you can see the two ticks next to the T. So the ratio that we're going to use here is this part here, the tan ratio. And that's how to basically select which one to do. You put ticks next to what you've either got or you're trying to find, and then the one with the two ticks is the ratio you're trying to get. Eventually you won't need to do this, but to start off this is a good process to get into the habit of doing. So we're doing tan, so tan is equal to opposite over adjacent. In this case tan 21, because we've got 21 degrees down here. And then it's just the same as before. The opposite side is x, so put an x up here, and adjacent side is 18. So tan 21 is x over 18. To work out the x in the top, we multiply up by the 18. So just to rearrange that a wee bit, tan 21 times 18. Remember to put your 21 in brackets, or your calculator will do 21 times 18 first, and then tan that answer. Or you can write 18 times tan 21 and that will sort that problem out. If you type that incorrectly, you'll get this answer here. Rounded to one decimal place, it's 6.9 centimetres. So a wee quick recap: draw the triangle out, label it, write Sohcahtoa out, and tick the information you've either got, in this case the adjacent, so we tick the A's, and the opposite. We have got an X here, so we're trying to work out the opposite, so tick the O's, and we worked out that's the tan ratio. And then we just go into our normal tan example, to work out a side.